statement, and then we'll jump into questions.
Another big conference game this week, going on the road against an excellent opponent in Jacksonville State. Very, very well-coached football team. Know their head football coach, Coach Rich Rod, does a fantastic job of getting those guys ready to play. Watched them against Liberty, who's another really, really good football team. They battled extremely hard. It'll take everything we got to go down there and go win the game, but this is the time of year that if you're going to try to make that run, you got to go on the road and win. So you're going to have two highly motivated football teams play on a Tuesday night, and national TV should make for a really, really good game, and I expect it to go down to the wire. With that said, questions?
Right, this is kind of the shift in the schedule again. You were playing the Thursdays, now going to the Tuesdays. How are you guys handling that?
We don't change our schedule. I joke all the time. I don't know what day it is. It's a Monday in the football world to me. It's a Thursday in reality. So that we just stay on our normal schedule. So today is a off day for the players, which is normally in the football world a Monday is an off day, and we'll be in full patch practicing tomorrow. That would be a Tuesday practice for us, and we keep the schedule the same. Haven't been affected too much by the weekday schedule. I really like, not just our team, but, man, the past 2 days I've got to watch all of Conference USA play. That's awesome. You can turn on the TV. Our Conference USA is being well represented on multiple networks, and that is awesome to see. So I am totally for whatever we have to do to get our brand out there and to be seen. And I think in the long run it's going to be a really, really good thing for our conference and for the group of five, to be honest with you. I think the more we can get exposure, the better it will be.
Dominant first half against Louisiana Tech. What were some of your takeaways for the second half from your guys?
Very proud of our defense. Very, very proud of, offensively, obviously, we don't go out there and score in the second half. Part of that has to do with me trying to manage the clock. You're up by 4 touchdowns. You're trying – you're playing that time game a little bit. How we are built offensively, if you say, hey, what takeaway do you take from that? You learn something from every game is, we always have to be pedal to the metal offensively. We can't play the conventional clock game. Now, there's times where you have to. If you want to go win the game and it's late in the game and you had the game at hand, yeah. But, looking back in the second half, critical third down drops, that I think keep drives alive and we keep moving forward. Jacksonville State, again, really good football team. They're going to test all our weaknesses and try to get after us. So, and they've done a great job of being a really good second half football team. They're not only a good football team as a whole, but I think back to Middle Tennessee a couple weeks ago. I think they're down 23-7, and they end up winning the game 45 to whatever. So they know how to play football for 4 quarters, and we better show up and play football for 4 quarters if we want to win that game.
From the game against La Tech up to the game against Jacksonville State, that's 12 days off between. Injuries-wise, do you feel like they had an injury bug? Is that one of the great things about not having the game within a week and a half or so and having to everybody getting better?
Yeah, I think we're like anybody. I'm never going to make excuses. Everybody's banged up this time of year, but we've had a lot of guys that are out for a long period of time, and we've had some more throughout the weeks. Hats off to Coach Summers, our defensive coordinator. He's done a fantastic job of next man up mentality. The defense that you see out there, playing currently is not the defense we started with. And time after time, they have stepped up. And when men's number have been called, they have stepped up to the plate and done well. We'll have to continue to do that. But we're no different than anybody else. Everybody's banged up right now. Now, having the 12 days off, does it allow us to get healthy for the guys with the regular bumps and bruises? Yeah, nice. That's nice to have. It doesn't help us with the long-term injury piece, but we have what we need. We have what we need.
I think that rolls into what I was going
going to ask you. I was hoping for some updates on some guys. Jacaz went out with an injury against Louisiana Tech. Wondering how he's doing. Upton didn't play. Maybe a Matheson update.
Yeah. You know, those are all kind of wait and sees. You know, those are kind of more of those long-term injuries that I'm talking about. I don't see Jaquez, you know, playing in this game. We got to see how he comes back and what that timeline looks like. Matheson is making progress. You know, we got to continue to see where he's at. Again, it's a Monday. We'll practice tomorrow. We'll kind of see where he's at. But we got a lot of guys in that boat right now that it's more of a wait and see game more than anything. He had a lower leg injury. So we'll have to, again, that timeline's undetermined on him.
How's it been, you know, just seeing your running backs go, you know, that 4 running back committee, just, you know, how have you seen that progress? And
Yeah, I think it's gone exactly how I thought it would. 4 dependable men, 4 that are anxious to play, 4 that try to take advantage of their opportunities. Everybody has a different skill trait. You know, everybody brings something different to the table. They are all team players. They just want to win. Very, very glad we have those 4 men. You know, very happy for Marquise Stepp in Louisiana Tech. He has the long touchdown run, had a good night. You know, Davion Poindexter comes up with 2 or 3 good catches that move the chains. So time after time, they've been a pretty dependable group for us.
This is kind of a run-first offense that you guys are going up against. Do you compare them to anybody that you've seen so far this year?
I know this is the fastest team in college football. You know, probably them and Tennessee are the 2 fastest that you'll see. So, again, we're going to have to line up play and hurry up, get lined up on defense and run and tackle, run and tackle, run and tackle. They like to run the quarterback. The young quarterback got in for them last week. He looks really good. You know, he'll be hard to defend. You know, anytime you have to defend the quarterback running, that's a tough dynamic for a defense. You know, you get an extra hat in the run game, all those kind of things. They do a spectacular job in the passing game of making it match what they are doing with the game plan in the run game. So they get good explosive plays off of that. There's going to be a lot to defend with this football team. I think back into the 4th quarter, you know, Liberty had just scored, you know, the game's at hand, and they're down there at the 2-yard line in 4 plays. You know, they've taken, you know, 30 seconds maybe off the clock, you know, so that's how they're built offensively. And so we have got to, again, kind of our MO has been they're going to make their plays, but defensively we got to get takeaways, and we got to try to make them kick field goals and try to keep them out of the end zone.
Thursdays are kind of normal for football we played on, but Tuesdays are not so normal. When's the last time you touched on a Tuesday? You know, how do you feel?
I don't know if I've been on a Tuesday, but I'm looking forward to it. Again, to my earlier statement, anytime, you know, our logo is on national TV, I'm all for it. And we'll play in a parking lot on a Monday if they want us to. You know, I think it's good for college football. I think, you know, I have gotten so much great feedback of people in the industry, whether it was media, coaches, fans, of, wow, this is great getting to see all these teams play. And a lot of times they're talking about our team. But I got to go home last night and watch 4 Conference USA teams play. You know, that was awesome. And so I'm sitting there on the couch thinking, man, everybody across the country gets to do this. So I think it's great for college football. I think we need to keep that deal rolling. I don't care one bit about weekday games. I think the fan piece will eventually, you know, warm up to that. But right now it's about how much exposure you get and how much is your logo out there on the national networks. That makes a difference.
You're watching these games live, maybe sort of as a fan in a little bit of way. What's your impression overall of sort of the product that Conference USA's putting out? On the field and in the stands, kind of all of it.
Yeah, I don't look at the stand piece as much. It's hard for me to see, you know. But the conference is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Everybody's the same. It's a battle every single week. It's anybody's game. That's the beauty of college football. We've played 6 games. Most teams in Conference USA are still in the running. It's a toss-up, and it's great. I think Liberty's playing great football right now. I think Jacksonville State, New Mexico State, everybody's kind of in the hunt. And this is, you just want to be going down the stretch in the second half of the season trying to be in the running, And that's why these games are so important. That's why I love that these games are on TV. That's what I'm seeing on TV right now. I'm watching a New Mexico State last night play a Sam Houston, and New Mexico State, you could see it in their eyes, man. They could feel it that, they had one loss in the league to Liberty. It's a big game for them. Sam Houston has been down to the wire twice, once at Liberty, once with Jacksonville State. New Mexico State, you could tell that they're ready. They're set for a conference run. I watched Liberty play Jacksonville State, 2 really, really good football teams. You can tell Liberty's ready for the conference run. Now we go down at Jacksonville State, and we're 2 similar football teams, and we both need it bad, right? So it makes for great football. I think there's a ton of parity, and I think it helps our conference tremendously. All right, guys, thank you. Appreciate it.